Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to do our first video on Dephemerember, and we're going to do our door video. And this is the cover to my little booklet. I just put Effie on the front with some flowers and Christmas trees, a little bit of lace. And so far, that's all I have done. I'm just doing it out of file folders, and I'm going to add pages and pockets. So today we're going to do our door. So we'll get to going on that. Now, I started doing it, and then I thought, well, I should do my video. So, and of course I have all my pieces prepared, because that's just easier for me. When I started, I went ahead and glued my background to my cardstock, and this is just gold cardstock. So, and my door, this is the pattern that I used. I made this pattern when I did another video. So I just used the same door pattern. So you can use whatever you have, make one, just, you know, do your own thing. So I have these little things, my little tabs on the side, so I can glue them to my door, to my background. And then they'll just close like this. And I just inked around my doors in brown. So it'll go something like that. And then when we open it up, we'll see the inside. When I put these together, I'm going to have to kind of juggle them around a little bit, because I had to trim, you know, just to get them set just right. This is my first Dephemerember, and I think it just sounds so exciting, so much fun. So we're going to start off by doing my doors first. I should have tipped my glue over so it could have ran down into the spout. Now, except for the doors, inking them in brown, inked everything else in blue, just to go with the background. Now, while that's running down, I can tell you the size of my background. I made it almost 4.5 inches wide, and well, right about 7 3/4 long. So then when I did my doors, I just kind of cut that in half, but I still had to, you know, trim them, mess around with them. And then, of course, I added extra on the sides for these tabs so I could hook them to my background. So I'm going to slide this one on there, so I know where it's supposed to close to. And then I'm going to slide this one in. I just want them to lay so they just close to each other. And, you know, Fabri-Tac glue sets up pretty fast. So I don't have a whole lot of wiggle time. But this cardstock's heavier, so it could take a minute or so longer, which would be good. And then you don't want to do it right on your line. You want to give yourself a little space there so it'll fold over and lay down flat. I think the colors in all of these papers are just so pretty. And I cut my angles in the tabs so it would lay down smoother. For the video that I used the door in, I had just watched different videos of ways people made doors. So I just kind of sat down with my graph paper. I like to use graph paper and make my patterns. So that's what I did. It was just a hit and miss thing, but it worked well. Now, see at the bottom it sticks out a little bit more, but that's just fine because they close together in the center. Okay, now we're going to put Ephy on the inside, and I just did a quick fussy cut and cut him out. And when the door's closed, he'll be back there, and when we open it up, he'll be saying hi to us. And it's the bigger picture like what I used on my cover, but it just looks like the ocean is way far in the background. So, works just fine using him like that. And I'm going to use my glue stick to glue him on. So let me move some of this stuff around a little bit. Cover up my glue. Can't wait to see what everybody makes for this. Another new and exciting adventure. I had never heard of it before my daughter told me about it. Okay, so there's Ephy. And then I made a little sign to put up here, and I won't cover up the birds. We'll let them fly around. Welcome to Ephy's. Okay, so that's my door. So I think that turned out cute. Now I'm going to have to use some paper clips just to hold this shut while I put everything else on the front of it. Figured it would be easier to decorate if it was on the back, my back piece. And when you get your doors all put together, I might have to trim a little bit of this off, but that'll be fine. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just another fun project. Everybody can enjoy it. Okay. So now I cut, well, I can't do that, can I? No, because I'm going to work around the edges. So I'll just have to move my paper clips around a little bit, I guess. Down here on the bottom, this is just some of the paper, like some of the background paper. Let me see, I think this one goes over here. Now guess I might want to open this door while I'm doing this side. So let me set that there. So I just cut something. I'm putting mushrooms on my door. So I just thought it would look nice if I had something to set the mushroom on. Liven it up a little bit. I'm going to put the link to my video in the Facebook group. Hopefully everyone comes and watches my video. Okay, now I'm not going to put it clear to the bottom, but down somewhat. I chose mushrooms because there was some mushrooms in the background. So I figured I'd just kind of go with that idea. Then there was also flowers in the background, and I couldn't get enough of the flowers that was in the background, so I just cut some out that I thought would go good with it. So then we're going to sit up there. Just figure out here and turn it so it fits. If anything goes over the side, I can trim it. Okay, so that's that one. So I'll just put, let me see, I guess I want this side open. I'm going to do the door handles after I get the other side done. I can just fold that right over and it'll be just fine. Should have got out bigger paper clips. Okay, now this is another piece of the background paper. Figured it would be good to use, you know, the scraps in the design also. No sense wasting them. Now I may have to cut this off. I'll have to trim that just a little tiny bit. And if I have to ink it more, I can. Yeah, I'll have to get my ink and ink it, but it's in the other room. All right, now this flower I'm going to put up here. Hope everyone can see it okay. And it's just kind of going to lay like that. This is not going to be a long video because I have everything prepared. If you haven't watched my videos before, I like to try to have everything done in advance because, you know, nobody wants to sit and watch me glue for an hour. Or not glue, ink for an hour. It's just easier for me to have everything ready to go, because then my videos are too long if I don't. I think we're going to put that like that. And I can just fold that right around there. Okay, now I have to put the mushroom on. And if I have to cut too much stuff out while I'm filming, then I get nervous and don't do a very good job. I should have moved him over a little farther See if I can get him off of that paper. Well, that's how he's gonna lay. He's kind of angled. Okay, so I think that looks good. Now, I have to get bigger paper clips because these aren't big enough. Hang on just a second. Okay, we'll try these now. I have to hold this down while I do my door handles, and they're nothing special. But it will work. Now, I have little squares, and they have mushrooms on the back, or on the design in them. And they're just going to sit next to each other. And then I used my punch. I think it's like about 1/2 inch. And just cut my door handles out. So let me go ahead and glue these down. And I'll leave it in just a little bit from the edge, and if it goes over the leaf, that's just fine too. Now, for my door handles, I'm going to use just a little pop dot. I thought I had little squares, but couldn't find them, so I'll just use this square and just cut it. But I only want small pieces because I'm going to wrap my baker's twine around them. That's going to be my closure. Hopefully it'll work all right going around the square. Maybe I should have used a round one, but we'll see. I'm just going to put that on there. And these are pretty sticky, so I'm not going to put any glue on with it. Now, I think I'm going to put a little dot of glue, put my twine underneath, so I have something to hold it down. I would have normally done it on that side, but I forgot. So, you know, you just move on. Now, if my glue cooperates, we'll be all set. That should be good. Now, I'm just going to set that like that. And just set this right on it. And the glue underneath will help hold my tie. And the pop dot in there will help hold them up off of the paper. I'm not going to put a lot of string on it, just some. You don't want to pull too tight until I know it's set. And I think I'll probably just stop there. I'm just going to add a little extra string to see if I want to put some kind of little dangly on it. And I think that worked well. Now, on my door handles, I'm going to put a little gem. And these have like a little pop dot thing already on them. I'm going to pop that right in the center. Worked well that I had blue ones. Pop that on there. And I think that looks good. Okay, now give me just a second and let's see if I can find a little dangle. Okay, I think a little key is fitting since it's his door. And I just think this one is really, really cute. I think I like the gold one better than that one. Or I have a little copper colored one. I think I like the gold. Okay, so we're going to do the gold. I'm not real certain I'm going to get it through that bottom hole, or the top hole. This twine is kind of thick, so I think we'll just put it through this one. I want to see how long it's going to dangle. See how long I want it. Maybe just like right in there somewhere. Hopefully this turns out right. Okay, now I think to finish it, I'm going to do it off camera so I can flip-flop it around a little bit, but that's going to be my door, and it's going to have the gold key on it. I'm just not going to cut this part off yet until I get it finished, but everybody can see what my door looks like, and I think it turned out kind of cute. I just ask if you like my project for today, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you subscribe to my channel. Just help my channel to grow some. And I hope everyone has fun doing the Dephemerember. So we'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Bye for now.